YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Black Couch Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. I promise you will not be disappointed. We got a lot of great content on here, such as the video that I'm about to show you guys today. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me at Real Black Couch Booking, and the link to my this the link to my Discord is in the description down below, man. A little tongue twister for you guys, man. I'm recording this video in the morning because I woke up and I was so excited about the concept of what this video could be. So, wrestling fans, let's get right into it. So, let me give y'all a scenario first. Y'all know I'm a little extra. My scenario is, Triple H and Paul Heyman had a meeting, and Paul Heyman said, listen, if you really want to get rid of those other wrestling companies, really want to go ahead of them, we need to wipe them out for the entire week, not just Monday, not just Tuesday, not just Friday. We need a show on Wednesday, and the only show that you need for Wednesday, WED, three letters, ECW. And Triple H like, you know what? I got a lot of people on the roster that could use the opportunity. I'm with it. So this is the launch of the ECW brand on Wednesdays to try and combat AEW Dynamite. And we're gonna pick the roster. Now, I have my divisions right here. We got the ECW Men's World Title Division, which is self-explanatory, and now we have the introduction of the ECW Women's World Title Division, and we're using the OG ECW title designs. We got the ECW Tag Team Championships, we have the ECW TV Championship, and last but not least, we have the Hardcore title making its debut on ECW in 2025. And the Hardcore division consists of men and women going after the title. So if a woman has the title, only women can challenge that woman. And if a man has the title, only men can challenge that men. Those guys, the way that the title could change hands from male to female, you got to catch them backstage. You cannot challenge them in a one-on-one match. I know a little PG, but obviously they're still going for the PG stuff. So that's the only explanation I could come up with. So it's almost like the 24/7 championship, but the only way men and women can exchange the title is if they get caught lacking backstage. You cannot challenge them to a one-on-one match in the ring. So, and a hardcore championship is defended every day. So, let's do this. ECW, let's do it, man. Let's pick this roster. So we got a lot to choose from. And as I'm looking, I'm already ready to make a splash. So let's do it. Okay, let's see. All right, y'all. And also keep in mind NXT is still around, so NXT will still be a thing. And the first addition to this roster I would make Cora Jade. I'll put Cora Jade in the ECW Women's World Title division. I'm not saying she's going to be a key piece to the division, but we got to start building our women somewhere. And she lost the opportunity to win a North American Championship. And I do think she will debut with Roxanne Perez on the main roster and go after the tag team championships. But obviously, this is fantasy booking. This is fantasy scenario, and I will put Cora Jade right there for now. I'm not saying she'll be the number one choice to get the title. hmm Okay, let's see here. See what we got here. I was about to say Ezekiel Jackson. Man, I'm racist. Apollo Crews. I will put Apollo Crews. Actually, I'll put Apollo Crews in the ECW Television Championship division. I think Apollo Crews is a good mid-card guy for a mid-card championship. His run as Intercontinental Champion was not bad to me at all. So I think he will fit there perfectly. And a breath of fresh air for Apollo Crews instead of having to wear tight leather jackets backstage would do him some good. Okay. And let's go. Let's keep going extreme. Braun Strowman. I'll put Braun Strowman in the ECW Men's World Title division. I'm not the biggest Braun Strowman fan. I did like his run as Universal Champion. But since then, that's the only thing I really liked from for heaven's sake, this guy was in a tag team with a little kid. But if you want to take him serious, look what ECW tried to do with Snitsky. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. I think a big guy on ECW is usually welcomed. So I think we can go with that. Let me see. Gigi Dolan. Look, Gigi Dolan's not doing nothing on what you call it, bro. I would put her in the hardcore division though. Imagine Gigi Dolan's the hardcore champion. I think a lot of fans would be into that. I think that would be cool for her. I think it would be a good look. So, Gigi Dolan, and if I'm putting Gigi Dolan there, where is she? I would throw Shotzi in there as well. The women's division is going to be easy for me, guys, because certain women have a certain aesthetic. But actually, I would actually put Shotzi in the ECW Women's World Title division. I think Shotzi would actually look great with the ECW Women's World Championship, and I think Shotzi would be a credible champion based off of how she wrestles. She's extreme. And speaking of which. Even though I think Karrion Cross is about to get a big break on the main roster, I would put Karrion Cross in the ECW Men's World Title division. I think Karrion Cross carried himself well as NXT champion. I think him being ECW champion would be fitting based off of how his character is today. And if I could find his two lackeys, I would put them up there as well. I'll look for them as I go. AOP. Let me see. To get a breath of fresh air, I would throw Natalia in there. Not because, like, listen, everybody's not extreme. A lot of these people are meant for the main roster for a reason. But if you want to like throw a curveball, I would put Natalia in the ECW Women's World Title division. She didn't get the first. She's not going to get the first ever IC championship, at least not right now. So her being the ECW champion could make up for that, in my opinion. Mm, let me see. We got some good contestants here, guys. Like I'm really thinking about this now. Obviously, I didn't map this out, but I think all of these people that I'm going after thus far, like a lot of people, I can see a lot of people just from looking will make great additions. Obviously, this roster is a little outdated because why is Ricochet and Odyssey Jones down there? But let me see. Okay, I want to go after some more main roster people because I got a lot of NXT people that would make a lot of sense. But you know what, though? Motor City Machine Guns for ECW Tag Team Champions. I think that would be like a match made in heaven. Their wrestling style, I'm going to be completely honest, like their wrestling style, I like Motor City Machine Guns. I've watched them since I was a kid, watching them in TNA, watching them in Beer Money and all those people. I think Motor City Machine Guns could fit the ECW style based on the way they wrestle. I think they could wrestle. I think they could fit the AEW style as well. Motor City Machine Guns, like their wrestling style, I don't think is the perfect fit for WWE. But you know what I'm saying? I think if ECW were to come back, that would be a good fit. And I see one of the brothers. I see this is Razor Akam or whatever the hell his name is. Let's do it, man. CM Punk, man. CM Punk will get his opportunity to be a world champion on Raw or SmackDown. We know that's going to happen, but this is a fantasy scenario. Who better to lead the charge than the guy who is actually there when it happened, who was actually, you know what I'm saying, really going crazy in ECW. That's where he first started off at, guys. Like I think that's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? And he would bring credibility to the brand. And I forgot to mention Paul Heyman would be the general manager. So it would just make sense that this would happen. And you know what? You want to talk about good fits, man? Jay Cargill, dude. I mean, I'm sure Triple H wouldn't want to give Jay Cargill up, but your first ECW Women's Champion should be Jay Cargill. That's an easy way to add credibility to her resume. This is basically what Vince McMahon did to Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's first world title was the ECW Championship when they brought back ECW in 2006, 2007. So I think this would actually, be a great thing for Jay Cargill. She go over there, crush him real quick, have a similar run as she did in AEW as TBS champion. And then, when she loses, she'd go back to the main roster. And speaking of, I want to do the person right next to her, Jada Parker. I think Jada Parker would be great for ECW. You know what I'm saying? Her personality, she could cut unscripted, unhinged promos. She could use some profanity. I think Jada Parker would be great for this roster, y'all. And I'm gonna go Chase you. Well, they're not gonna be Chase you, but I wouldn't, I don't know if I would go all of them, necessarily. But let me just go for tag team champions, and I would go Thea Hell if I could find her. Where is she? hmm I don't know who the other guy is in Chase U. Well, I know him, but I don't feel like looking for him. I would go Thea Hell for the hardcore division. I think that would be good for her. And yeah, man, I will go Chase U. Obviously, they're gonna be something different. I will go Chase. You know what? When Matt Striker was what came back with ECW, he was doing the teacher gimmick. If Chase U doesn't become Chase Corporation, like I think, or Chase Industries, if they do stick to something like this, like Chase U, or whatever the case may be, then I think that would work for ECW as well. To counteract Motor City Machine Guns. I think Chase U would be a great gimmick to counteract Motor City Machine Guns. Let me keep building up my mid card, my mid to low card. But one more for the main card, Bailey. Bailey needs a refresh, a new start. Obviously, I think she's about to go to Raw. But if ECW came back, imagine Bailey being the only one out of the four horsewomen to win the ECW Women's Championship. It would give her more credibility in the conversation because people got Bailey at the bottom out of all the women. And I think, I think I could see why people got her at the bottom, but listen, I don't think she's that far behind Becky Lynch, in my opinion. I'm not gonna cap as far as like prestige and stuff like that. Okay, let me keep going. Let's get Cedric Alexander in ECW television championship division as well. Um, it's starting to get a little bit difficult because you know what? I will put Angel Garza and Humberto, and I'll actually have these guys be the first. I just saw Humberto. Okay. I'll actually have these guys be the first tag team champions in ECW and give them a brand new gimmick, basically, like make them like more tough, like more aggressive, more rough, and have to come out in more like street clothes type of vibe. I think that they could pull it off. You know what I'm saying? I think that they will be able to do a good job. Speaking of the ECW Television Championship, I will put Bronson Reed there, and I will have him be the first champion, the first ECW television champion. I think that would do Bronson Reed some good. He hasn't been, champ on the main roster. He's gotten the opportunity, but he hasn't gotten the actual title yet. And I think this would be very good for him. Let me get some guys in the hardcore division. Mm, mm, I want to move Ethan Page there, but not for the hardcore division. I will have him higher if I did do that. You know what, man? But he's not necessarily, I don't think he'll be a jobber necessarily though. But you know what though? I'm gonna do it for right now. So Javon Evans, I would move up to ECW Television Championship Division, but for Javon Evans to start off as the hardcore champion, I think would be actually really, really good. He'll, get to go get some good opposition in the ring, get to do some very cool spots, and I think it will actually make him look good. And then once he finally loses, he gets to move up to the ECW Television Championship. But Javon Evans with the Hardcore Championship to me would be a match made, even if he's not known for doing hardcore things. I mean, a lot of them not aren't really, but he can do high spots, so he could jump off the ladder onto the flaming table and stuff like that. So I think Javon Evans would be cool for that. And like I said, I'm not trying to just make this, oh, we'll just shift everybody from NXT over because that's not the vibe. But obviously, a lot of them would be good to do that. And you know what? Chad Gable say he never, people say he can't get a singles championship, man. I'll put Chad Gable in the ECW men's world title division, man. Listen, I know we're trying to go off of aesthetic and things like that, but imagine we start off with Karrion Kross, CM Punk for the ECW World Championship. Let's say Karrion Kross wins, so Punk puts him over. Then you have Chad Gable entering the conversation, but then you're like, hey, Bronson Reed, like, hey, wait a minute, buddy, I want a shot. They have a little feud. Chad Gable beats the Giant, and then Chad Gable versus Karrion Kross. I think that would be cool, and I would have Chad Gable be a face to try to win the ECW, men's world title. He come out with a Rob Van Dam inspired gear and stuff like that. I think that would be cool, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, though. Let me know if I'm cooking, as the kids say, thus far. You know what, man? I would go Jacob too, bro. If the blood in this division, I got the bloodline being split, but I'll put Jacob Fatu for the ECW World Title division, and obviously I'll have Jacob Fatu win that thing for sure. Not be the first one, but eventually win it. And for the ladies, I'll put Dakota Kai up there, bro. Dakota Kai for the ECW Women's World Title. I think Damage Control will not be together forever. All good things must come to an end. And I think Dakota Kai would be someone who would be willing to do the spots that it takes to be ECW Women's Champion. You gotta go on the thumbtacks. You gotta go through the flaming tables. You gotta get hit in the face with the fire extinguisher. You have to do these things. I think these women so far are capable of doing so. Yes, even Cora Jade. I think Cora Jade is hungry and she wants the spot. You know what I'm saying? She just suffered from injuries. And then she's under the tutelage of CM Punk at the same time, which makes for a great story. Come on, y'all. I think I'm doing justice thus far. You know what? This slime ball right here, right? I'm gonna put you in the hardcore division. Man, really try to take your man's girl, bro. You are a sick individual, but I'll put you right there. Let me see. And you know what, y'all? If I could find her, y'all want Lash Legend to get a women's championship opportunity, man, I think ECW championship would be her best spot. And then I would put Jakara Jackson for in the hardcore division. So in the future, they can actually hold titles at the same time, with Jakara Jackson being the hardcore champion and Lash Legend being the ECW women's champion, dethroning Jade Cargill and ending her long reign as ECW women's world champion. I think that would be a cool scenario as well. I'm looking at Out the Mud, and I'm thinking, just since Jada Parker's already up there, we do Out the Mud as part of the tag team, but I'm gonna hold off on it because I do think Out the Mud will be. I don't know when this video gonna come out, but I think Out the Mud will be NXT Tag Team Champion. So that's why I'm gonna just hold off on that for right this second. And you know what I'm saying? Let's keep adding to our women's division. So Ruka, man, you gotta do it. Come on now. The female Jeff Hardy, y'all. The women, whatever. Y'all don't like when people say female. I don't know why, and male, but whatever. The woman Jeff Hardy, however y'all want to say it, hardcore division. She could be in the ECW Women's World Title division, but the hardcore championship for Sol Ruka would be a match made going against these ladies. Sol Ruka versus Gigi Dolan for the hardcore championship or something like that. Come on, man. Like that writes itself. And you know what? The women's division is stacked because there are a lot of women who could benefit from this opportunity. I think Alba Fire could benefit from this opportunity. I like Unholy Union, but they're not going to have anything to do. And Alba Fire is better. Alba Fire was, as Kaylee Ray was a Fire NXT United Kingdom Women's Championship champion. So I think she should have the opportunity to do other things because she is capable of doing so. Mm, I see a lot of Wyatt six in my face. And you know what? I'm gonna go for it. Okay. And is Nikki Cross around here somewhere? Do y'all see Nikki Cross? Are y'all calling me an idiot because I can't see her? She would stand out if I could see her. But just imagine Nikki Cross, hardcore division. She's a former 24/7 champion, so I would put her up there. And obviously I would put Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis in the tag team division. Just seeing, bro. I would put him in the tag team division for sure. I will put Uncle Howdy in the ECW TV Championship division, and I'll put Eric Rowan in the hardcore division with Nikki Cross if I could ever find her. That's what I would do. I think these guys would be good, going after tag team belts. Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, that I don't think that's ECW Championship material necessarily, but you know what I'm saying. I do think that he would be good, just for that spot, in my opinion. I hope none of these pop-ups better not come up on screen because it's actually pissing me off. Hopefully, y'all won't be able to see all the nonsense that I got going on. I'm trying to fill this roster as best as I can, y'all. And I'm going down, I'm looking. I see Lola Vice. I think Shawn Michaels would want to keep Lola Vice. You know what? Mia Yim. If Mia Yim doesn't capture that US championship, women's championship, I could see her being a part of the ECW Women's World Title division and actually winning it. It's not the first, not the second, but definitely winning one as the ECW Women's World Champion. I think that would be a match made for her. I see Austin Theory looking at me. Nah, buddy, this isn't for you. Don't worry. Me and you will have a conversation in a later video or maybe an earlier video, depending on when this video comes out. Oh, right here. Boom. Caden. I don't want to be biased, guys, but I will put Caden in the ECW Women's World Title, and I'll put Katana as the hardcore division. Not trying to put one over the other. I'm going off a straight aesthetic. Caden Carter gives me that Ember Moon type of vibe. And I think her going after ECW Women's World Championship, even if not being successful, it matches the aesthetic of what I'm going for in a rebrand of ECW in 2025. And Katana, she could go after the hardcore championship and then get jealous of Caden if Caden does win, and we could do a Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy type of vibe, rivalry type of thing going on. And yes, I did move up Chad Gable by himself. I would not move up the rest of them. I would keep them where they're at. American Made could stay American Made, and Chad Gable could become something else. And I want to expand upon the men. Let me see. There's some guys down here who I think could actually make some stuff happen. Ridge Holland. Ooh, I'm tweaking. I got two actually. So Shayna Baszler and Ridge Holland. Actually, my thought was to actually make Shayna Baszler the first champion, and I might go with that. Now that I think, yeah. So but Jade Cargill is still a good fit, but no, I would go Shayna Baszler. I would go Shayna Baszler, and then Ridge Holland I would put in the ECW TV Championship division. This could be the redemption of Shayna Baszler. Now you could say the title isn't as prestigious as the other women's championships, whatever the case may be. I think this would be a good redemption point and have Shayna Baszler come out like a beast, like she used to be in NXT. Oh yeah, this would definitely be a good redemption story for Shayna Baszler. I'm bugging. That was my first thought when I first was thinking about making this video. Heck yeah. Let me see. Okay, we got four tag teams. ECW, we got this. The world title division is the hardest division because obviously the main rosters and even NXT aren't gonna want to give up their top guys. So that's why this is difficult. But you know who I think will benefit from doing something outside of the Judgment Day? You throw Carlito up there as well. He don't gotta win it, but I mean Carlito also has never been a world champion in WWE. Think about how crazy that is, guys. So I think Carlito would actually throw a monkey wrench at everything going on there. And I'm trying to be logical. This is fantasy, but I'm trying to be logical as far as who they were really allowed to do that. Like they wouldn't freaking allow Cody Rhodes to go to a startup ECW, guys. Like let's not be crazy. And I do see Nikki Cross. I'm moving Nikki Cross up. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Someone who I think they would let do it for a little stint if I could find him. Where is Kevin Owens? Do y'all see Kevin Owens? Where the hell is Kevin Owens at? And I'm sure once he pops up, I'm gonna be pissed because I'm sure he's around this area. Okay. I don't see Kevin Owens. There he is. Kevin Owens. And then when I grabbed him, I lost him. Oh, there he is. Kevin Owens, gotta be in that world title picture for sure. And funny enough, man, I'm sure the bloodline stuff is still gonna be going on. But where is he? I just seen Jimmy Uso, man. Jimmy Uso said, "Hey, maybe I'll be United States champion." Nah, bro, maybe you'll be ECW television champion. So you and your brother could say y'all both held mid-card championships. And then I saw another guy who I was about to mess your head up with, or another gal, Zelina Vega, man. Zelina Vega doing the sunset flip onto a table. That would be a good spot for her, I think. I think that'd be a good spot for her for sure. In the ECW Women's World Title Division. And you know what? While we're there, it's still my favorite up there. Let's throw Andrade in the ECW Men's World Title Division because right now he's like on the upper mid card, or is classified as a mid card going after the United States Championship. I think Andrade could be ECW Men's World Champion. I don't think that would be a bad look. I don't think that would be something that they would frown upon. Let me see how the division looking so far. How the division looking so far, y'all? Pretty good, pretty decent. Not too bad, not too shabby, I don't think. Let me see. Can I add anyone else to the hardcore division? Hmm. I'm looking at. I could add a lot of women to the hardcore. I'm trying to think about more guys that are still, on the roster. You know what? You know what? Let me see. I was gonna go Wesley. But if you want to bring this guy back and have him make an immediate impact doing something, Omos would be good as a hardcore champion. He could just storm through people, choke slam people through tables and stuff like that. Like that'd be crazy. This guy, Dragon Lee's already the speed champion, so you could build your lower mid card division like that. And when the Grayson Waller and Austin Theory fallout happened, Grayson Waller could be this version of ECW's Miz as the ECW television champion. The Grayson Waller effect with the ECW Television Championship as the guy as he calls himself the champion of American TV. I mean, that would be fire. That would be fire to me, man. You know what? B-Fab split up from the Street Profits. Let's throw B-Fab up in there for the hardcore division. And and you know what? Judgment Day is gonna break up eventually. So you know what? I would throw JD McDonough in the ECW Television Championship division by himself. And that is the roster that I would have starting off with ECW, at least the big time players for the roster. And I think this is a pretty decent roster, y'all. I don't think this is bad. I think this is pretty good, if you ask me. So let me know what y'all think, man. Share y'all thoughts and opinions. I want to keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. But like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for the love, support as always. I'm gonna try to save this to my profile if I could. And if I can save it and if y'all can access it, I will give y'all the link so y'all can make your own list and put who you would put on the roster as well. Thank y'all for love, support as always, man. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all boys later, man. And y'all gals. Peace out.